Welcome again, Cancer. It's August 2017. Dadhichi here from astrology.com.au with your chart. As you can see, I hope you can see the wheel well. If you're able to, can you open up to the full screen? Then you get a clearer image, but not absolutely essential. I just wanted to depart from my usual way of describing what's happening this month as a result of the very, very important, historically important, total solar eclipse that will be taking place on August 21st. And as you can see here, this is your sign of Cancer. This second portion of the horoscope indicates where the eclipse will be taking place. Incidentally, prior to that, over here, on the 8th of August, in your 8th house, a lunar eclipse will be taking place. So this second house, 8th house axis is all about finance. It's all about money. It's all about your value system. It's all about what you cherish. It's about how you make money, the way you make it, how much. It may have to some extent some impact upon the way you spend it, but that's normally to do with the 12th house here, which is expenditures, and this 6th house here, which is debts. But as you can see, the 6th house is somewhat involved in your case under this aspect, as is Uranus. Saturn over here in your 6th house, and Uranus here in your 10th house, which is the career house. So this is a very, very important eclipse in terms of your value system. And the eclipse, especially one of this magnitude, one of this prime importance, is going to have a very, very marked influence on your income and your finances over this coming period. This, is not something that will just take place and then pass. This is an ongoing effect, and we see here, fortunately for you, not for every star sign, but the combination of Mars here with the Moon and Sun, ruling your 10th house and your 5th house. These two positions of the zodiac are exceptionally good and favourable. And here we see the close proximity to the North Node is not always considered good, but the North Node actually accentuates, it amplifies the energies of this planet, which is really your best planet. Mars is, for the Cancer-born individual, the best planet. And I'll depart a little from some of my peers in terms of describing the eclipses as completely negative. Not always. The effect on the rulers of the land and some of the countries involved are a different matter. For you, Cancer, this to me seems to be a positive influence, opening up new doorways for you. We see here the drive you have being amplified by this planet. Rather, it's a shadowy planet. It's a subplanet, really. Indicate the power, the energy and the drive here in the regal sign of Leo. So what this can indicate is a distinct shift, what I call a shaking up of the vital energies, the way you approach your work, the way you earn your money. Very powerful indeed. And during this next year or so, you see these eclipses have long-term effects. We see a consolidation due to this powerful retrograde Saturn in your 6th house of work, of debts, of enemies, disease. Saturn here works wonderfully well. It is one of the rulers of your 8th house, being in the 6th, that brings with it money. It favourably influences this eclipse. We see also the sudden yet positive nature of Uranus here. Again, ruling this 8th house, bringing with it some dynamic and unexpected opportunities. The planet Mercury for you is a planet of communication. This is the danger, I think, for you this month. being confused about what it is you want. It's like on one level you have a very powerful urge. You have the emotional and spiritual drive to push through and achieve what it is you know you have to do. But here you're letting your intellect get in the road of what it is you know you must do. And that's evidenced by the challenging opposition aspect from Neptune here in your 10th house. That's confusing, to say the least. In other words, you're second guessing yourself. I don't want you to do that. I think you should just simply trust your gut feeling here. I think these 4 planets as part of this total solar eclipse are going to far outweigh the intellectual toing and froing that we see here, the nitpicking that we see in Virgo. No doubt the retrograde Mercury here doesn't help your case. It actually stymies the whole process. So you've got to give weight, precedence to this, which will help you make your way through this confusing maze. Venus here is excellent in your sun sign. Still a little bit more of that planet's energy to assist you in your negotiations. And that's there until August 26th, 5 days after the eclipse. So you'll still have the benefits of this planet. Pretty much you have to be a little careful that you're not excessive in the way you approach matters, especially there on the home front with real estate. As we can see here, this square between Venus and Jupiter in the 4th house. These 2 planets are in the foreground, along with Pluto, which is also, well, it's a passing square, but still you've got that tension here from the family area of your life, this domestic sphere. There are some redeeming influences here, the sextile from the eclipse and the sextile from Saturn here. Still, this is a tense aspect and one that may make you a little bit jittery, a little bit wasteful, and that's what you have to watch here, because as we're saying, much of this energy is focused on finance and the way you deal with your income. So take care with that. Be trusting of your intuition. Mind you, you still must wait until Mercury moves into its stationary direction again. It goes retrograde on the 13th and will stay like that for a couple of weeks. Here we see that it's not going to go direct in August, so you'll have to wait till September. Hope you'll join me again next month. This was just mainly focused on the eclipse. You can get more information at astrology.com.au. I look forward to seeing you here again as usual. Bye, and thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.